enjoy my job without having to worry about many other things. And now I can just focus on the work. Kasi dati, hindi naman ako makafocus sa work dahil ang dami kong iniisip. I have 4 children So, di ba, it's a very daunting task to be a parent of that many kids. But now I can just enjoy my job and work with people that I love.
Fantastic. I think a lot of people are curious about how the doors open into the international world of film and TV shows. How did that?
Actually, it started with when the film Triangle of Sadness came out in 2022. And it was screening in Cannes. And then a gentleman named Adam Kirsch DM'd me on Instagram. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, and said, "Hi, I'm a manager. I watched your film. If you want representation, I would love to meet you." So sabi ko, teka muna, hindi ko to kilala. Baka kung anong gawin, baka kidnapin ako or whatever. Pero sabi ko, ba't ako kidnapin? Wala naman akong worth. So sige, nakipag-meet ako sa kanya the day after. And ever since then, he's been giving me work. Him and Jen, who is my agent naman. And it's really them. It's my team who's been giving me work. And my manager, Adam, and my agent, Jen from Kirsch. So it's a whole team of people who are helping us get work.
Grabe, Instagram just opened this door. Now, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here about speaking of a project that you have with a whole bunch of other global Filipino stars, but are there qualities that you believe Filipino artists naturally bring to a project, is particularly international productions?
I think it's the way we're very personable and friendly and loving and caring, and we're the type of people who really care about the crew and the staff and everyone else. So for us Pinoys, I notice na it's not just business, it's very personal. So we bring in, that very warm feeling to set.
Now, the projects that you have ongoing at the moment are quite diverse. Alright, let's start off with Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's a global franchise, a massive franchise. Actually, it's one of the most viewed in terms of hours played, minutes played, and also in terms of the people watching as well. What was it like being able to be a part of a project that massive?
Oh my gosh, it was such an honor for me kasi my kids are huge fans of that show. So when they found out that I was cast in it, they were super excited and they were like, "Mom, you need to do this. Kailangan mong gawin to." I wasn't really familiar so much with the show before then, but when they told me about it, I watched the animated series and I fell in love with it. And that's when it was, everything else followed, and being there on set with Daniel Day Kim and Elizabeth Yu, who plays Azula. It was such, an kasi iba-ibang Asians ang cast dun . So well represented din ng mga Pinoy. Maraming Pinoy doon. Hindi lang actors, pati yung director namin of one episode, Pinay.
Oh, wow. And I'm sure you're a superstar at home, but I'm sure you're stopped umakit ng konti nung nakita ka nila on the screen in the actual role in that series that they're watching. For your kids.
My kids. Yeah. Well, my kids naman, they don't really care. Mga anak ko walang pake. Wala naman talaga silang pake masyado. Parang, I think yung pinaka-highlight na for my kids was nakasama sila sa set and they were able to see the set. Yun na yung happiness nila doon.
Incredible. I'm sure that was an amazing experience for them. Now, Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed is on Apple TV. Second to the last episode just aired today, if I'm not mistaken. So the finale is next week. How does this role differ from the characters that you've played in the past?
She's very different. First of all, she's a detective. So in a major city in the United States, New York, and as we all know, New York is medyo a cutthroat kind of city, very intense, and also New York is a kind of a patriarchal society if you think about it. So challenge yun talaga for someone like Detective Sofia Gonzalez to be working at, especially dahil middle-aged Asian siya. Pero she holds her ground and matapang siya and she has to be. So that's the big difference there na she holds her own. And I think that's also why I was very attracted to playing this character. Kasi ang tapang niya despite the fact that all the odds are against her.
Right, and now we've talked about the two shows that are currently out, but you have a film that's upcoming, and it's an animated film, and it's got an incredible cast of Filipinos that are involved in this. How did this project, Forgotten Island, land on your lap?
They got in touch, well, Januel Mercado, our writer and director, and Joel Crawford, our writer and director, really wanted to create a Filipino-based story with Filipino characters. And they got in touch with my team. And nung nalaman ko na the role was being offered to me, I didn't even ask to read the script. Kasi normally when you're offered a job, ako, personally, the first thing I do is I ask for the script. Pero for this one, hindi importante sa akin kung ano yung role ko, kung ano yung kwento, kung basta it's about us Filipinos, tas DreamWorks. I mean, so sobrang akong excited nung nalaman ko na they were interested in getting me.
It's for the first time ever. We talked about blazing a trail for Filipino actors and actresses, but this is like a Filipino-themed film that's coming out, so it's very exciting. It's out in a few months. September 25, I believe, is the release date, so definitely put that in your calendar. But yeah, I think we've got a bit of a flow here with Dolly. It's time for us to open the floor up for our friends from the media. So you guys were kind enough to send in a few questions earlier. I'd like to call on, first and foremost, Nikki. Is Nikki here? Yeah, Nikki, you had a couple questions. We have a limited amount of time, but let's start off with you. There's a microphone coming.
Good evening, Ms. Dolly.
Hi, Nikki.
I like what you said earlier that you also represent struggling actors. Now, you've been acting since the early 90s, 1991 if I'm not mistaken. And of course, you also had your quiet time as an actor. And I mean, not all of the roles that you played were, received widespread recognition. So during those quiet years, what were the lessons you learned from those years, and how did it shape you, or how did it shape you as an actor that you are today?
There were so many lessons. I love this question. It's a good one. I learned a lot from every set that I stepped on, from every director I worked with, from every co-actor I worked with. I learned from, especially mga senior actors, yung mga veterans natin, I learned to be welcoming and to be very inclusive when unknowns come to set. Natutunan ko yan kay Sir Lito Legazpi. Siya napaka-warm na tao talaga pagdating sa set. At napansin ko, mas warm pa yung mga veterans kaysa dun sa mga bata. I also learned to always come to set prepared. I always learned to always try to remember people's names, and ang dami ko natutunan. Parang lahat ng natutunan ko nung time na yun, nagagamit ko siya today.
Thank you. And of course, maraming artista sa Pilipinas, their ultimate goal is to get into Hollywood, living the dreams like you're experiencing right now. So, what's your advice to Filipino artists who aspire to build a career in Hollywood, or at least make it on the big stage?
Simple lang yung advice ko. I think it's really just keep working even if you're not getting a job, if you know what I mean. So keep reading scripts, find friends with the same interests, read scripts together, have fun in someone's house, tas mag-rehearse kayo, play around, watch as many shows and movies as you can, learn from the greats. And for me, acting is doing it. So it's really all about just, exposing yourself to as much art as you can or as much as creative people as you can. Yun lang talaga yun. Kahit na wala kang mag-book na trabaho, magbasa ka lang ng magbasa, tsaka magawa ka lang ng gawa with your friends.
Somehow preparing for something big.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Stanley.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your questions. Next, we have Isa or Isa Gabriel? Yeah, Isa. Please.
Hi, Isa from Manila Times. My name is
Hi, Iza.
I want to touch on the Forgotten Island again. Recently, it has been receiving positive reviews yung mga nagkaroon ng early screenings. So, parang sinasabi nila, it is the best DreamWorks animation in recent years. How does it feel to be part of it? And what makes you excited na mapalabas ito?
O nga, narinig ko nga yan eh. Parang every time pinapalabas siya, nagsa-standing ovation yung mga tao. And then we've been getting a lot of really good reviews. Ang sarap ng feeling na yung storya natin, na tayong mga Pilipino na appreciate tayo ngayon sa buong mundo. Kasi I've always said this na we are a minority within a minority group. Kumbaga, may group of minorities, tayo na yung pinaka-minority sa minority group na yun. Pero ngayon, that's changing because of people like Januel Mercado and Joel Crawford. That's changing now because nakikita na nila tayo na our stories are worth telling and we are very interesting people. We're funny, we're talented, and we have so many stories to tell. Kaya nakaka-proud. I'm so proud to be a part of this animated film, and I can't wait for everyone to watch it.
And just a follow-up, kasi we see you on-screen acting, but this time voice. Ano po yung difference sa tingin nyo acting through voice lang? And then, kamusta po yung experience?
Laking difference kasi pag voice acting, hindi ka na mag-aayos, hindi ka na mag-makeup, hindi ka na mag-memorize ng lines dahil nasa harap mo yung script. So, in a way, it's kind of easier. Pero may sarili rin siyang challenge. Pero, I guess nung ginawa ko kasi ito, may experience na ako sa dubbing eh. Kasi dubber din ako dati. So, medyo naging, pinaglaruan lang namin. Nag-enjoy lang talaga ako.
And then yung sa Avatar po, can you take us back? Kamusta po yung experience sa set? And then, behind the scenes, kamusta din po yung pakikipag-bonding sa mga cast?
Ano yun eh, kasi di ba kambal ako doon. So, ang pinaka-kabanding ko talaga doon, yung double ko, si Eileen de la Cruz. Hey, shout out Eileen, grabe ka. Canadian siya na Pinay. Hindi siya nakakasalita ng Filipino, pero nakakaintindi siya. So, nung nandun ako, ang sarap ng feeling kasi may nakakausap ako na Filipino, naiintindihan niya ako. So, it was fun kasi ang mangyayari, we will shoot the scene together. Kunyari, shoot me on this side, and then nandiyan yung camera sa akin, and then magpapalit kami ng damit, and then magpapalit kami ng pwesto, and then lilipat yung camera sa akin. So, it's really more of talking to her and relating to her as if she's me. Yun. So, yun yung masaya talaga doon. Yung as far as bonding with the rest of the cast, hindi ako masyadong nakapag-bond. I was just there for 3 days. So, it was really more of yung mga after na lang nun kami nakapag-chikahan and, nag-picture taking and all that.
And then lastly, massive po yung mga production na ginaganapan nyo recently. How are you picking your projects na mga susunod pa po sa inyong career path ngayon?
Kung nakaka-relate ako sa character that's being offered to me, then for me that's good enough. Also, nandun din yung kung kamusta yung filmmaker, kung kung yung working style ba nila is the kind of working style na gusto ko makatrabaho. And of course, yung script. Importante talaga sa akin yung script. Kung nakaka-relate ako. Kung pag nagbasa ako ng script at may naramdaman ako, para sa akin, kailangan ko yun.
Lisa, thank you so much. Next, we'll call on Neil Ramos mula sa Manila Bulletin. Neil? Neil is over there.
Hi, Neil.
Gusto mo ba? I understand kasi mami, you also work here. Aside from these films, di ba, may work ka rin dito sa atin. I just want to know kung paano, gaano kahirap ba, how can I update these things? Like, anong considerations that you're taking kapag Hollywood yung project or dito, paano hinahabi yung oras to with regards to that?
Pagdating sa paghati ng oras, hindi naman masyadong problema yun kasi hindi, kung ini-imagine nyo po na sunod-sunod yung offers ko, hindi po totoo yun, hindi yun totoo. In fact, yung Maximum Pleasure, nag-audition ako for that part. I auditioned for that. So, it's not that hard. Usually naman, when I am committed already to a project, it takes a while again before another project comes. So, tama-tama lang. Yung enough time for rest and work na hindi naman nagko-conflict sabay-sabay.
Thank you, ma'am. Yung last one lang, your journey from here, doing work here, now Hollywood, could you be able to describe it in one sentence? Meron ko ba ganun in your mind?
My work in Hollywood in one sentence.
Like from here to there.
I think from Neil, from your initial question was from theater all the way to Hollywood, right?
basically,
How would you be able to
Back when you're
encapsulate that in one sentence?
Insane. Para sa akin, one word, insane. Parang nakakaloka. Nakakaloka. Hindi ko na ma-imagine na mangyayari ito eh.
Better than one sentence, just one word. Thank you so much. Thank you, Neil,
Thank you, Neil.
for your questions. From Cinema Bravo? Cinema Bravo.
Hi, Ms. Dolly. Given your extensive experience from indie to mainstream and now on Hollywood, how would you compare the production itself in Hollywood and here locally, and what lessons would either productions would you want them to learn?
I think that the major difference is there merong wow, nadagdag ako. Merong guild. Ano yung guild? Help. Ano tawag dun? Ano tawag dun sa guild na yun? Union. Yun. May union. Yun yung big difference. And the fact na may union affects everything. So, protected yung workers, protected yung hours, protected yung man hours, protected lahat. Pati yung wages, fair, iba yung wages nito doon sa wages natin dito. So, yun yung pinakamalaking difference, yung union. Although meron din tayong group dito na tumutulong sa mga actors, a group called Actor, hindi siya union, pero nakakatulong din siya. So, hopefully, in the end, pwedeng umabot dun sa point na magkakaroon tayo ng sariling union dito sa Pilipinas para protektado lahat ng trabaho.
Thank you.
I'd like to call on Alan. He's got some interesting questions about the day-to-day of your life as an actor. Alan, go ahead and ask me these questions.
Yeah, I'm Alan. Just curious parang about the realities, mga everyday realities of being a Hollywood or international actor. Yung exciting parts, yung difficult parts, maybe even the boring, tedious parts. Is that how you imagined it?
No, it's not. It's not what I imagined it to be at all, and it's not as glamorous as you think. You know, it's not like I go around in a limousine pag nandun ako. Hindi. Wow, thank you. Nabasa mo ang mind ko. Tama-tama. Nauuna ako. Wait lang po. It's hard work. Gigising ka pa rin ng maaga. Gigising ka ng alas 5 ng madaling araw dahil susunduin ka ng alas 6. Tapos, uuwi kang mag-isa sa apartment mo. Hindi ka na pwedeng tumawag sa bahay kasi hating gabi na nun and tulog yung mga anak mo. So, it can be lonely sometimes, but whenever I feel lonely, inisip ko, ginusto ko to, di ba? And I'm doing what I love. I mean, how many people can proudly say na they're doing something that they love? Ang dami-dami sa ating mga workers na hindi tayo masaya sa trabaho natin, pero ako, I'm doing what I love. So, whenever may pinagdadaanan akong anything na challenging or mahirap, iniisip ko na lang na at least may trabaho ako. And at the end of the day, para sa akin, yun ang importante, na meron akong trabaho. Yun lang yun, talaga, as in. Happy ako that I'm working. I'm happy that I get to meet brilliant minds and creative people and work with them, and that I can do that in both sides of the world, not just in one. So, I'm also happy na hindi ko kailangan pumili na magtatrabaho lang ba ako sa Amerika or sa West, or magtatrabaho lang ba ako sa Pilipinas kung saan ako lumaki. I have the best of both worlds, and for me, yun yung maganda doon kasi may natututunan ako sa kanila at may natutunan din ako dito sa atin.
Pero major niya rin po ba yung, the glitz, the glamour, the red carpet, or
Hindi.
something you're still...
Hindi talaga, alam mo, hindi. Ang sakit sa paa kaya ako. Ang sakit, gusto ko lang yung naka-rubber shoes lang ako, so I don't really enjoy it that much. Pero, the thing is, when I'm there, I condition myself to enjoy it. So that, sayang naman yung oras ko, di ba? If I'm doing something that I'm not enjoying, tas miserable ako. So what I do is I condition myself and ina-enjoy ko na lang. And I play around with it. That's why sometimes when I'm in a carpet or whatever, minsan makikita nyo na kemkoy ako or whatever kasi pinaglalaroan ko na lang. Kasi yun lang ang way eh. Kung masyado kong seryosohin, hindi na ako mag-enjoy. So I find little things to make me happy.
And lastly na lang po, parang sa Maximum Pleasure Guarantee, may mga viewers who praised you kasi parang you use your natural Filipino English accent, and parang it's refreshing lang to hear that na yung hindi siya exaggerated for punchline that you usually wants. So, conscious po ba kayo doon, or parang do you try to adapt more Western accent na
Conscious ako doon, sinadya ko talaga yun. And honestly, I'm very happy playing all of the parts that I'm playing with my natural accent. For me, I'm not concerned about sounding like an American. Because if they want to cast an American, then they should cast an American. Ba't pa nila ako ikakast? At maglalagay ako ng fake American accent. Sarili ko nilang accent ilalagay ko. Or variations ng accent natin. Diba? Like, for example, sa Triangle, iba naman yung accent ko doon, diba? So, yun, as much as possible, gusto ko pa rin, Pinoy pa rin yung sound ko. May nagtanong nga sa akin, pag may nag-offer pa daw sa akin ng Latina roles, tatanggapin ko ba? Bakit? Ibag-cast kayo ng Latina. Dito na nga ako, Pinoy, di ba? So, gamitin niyo na ako.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Just quite curious, no? Just going along the lines of Alan's questioning. There was a time where you had to work different jobs in order to ensure that you could keep acting. And what is it about acting that draws you to the craft so much? And why has it stayed with you over all of these decades?
I think that acting is therapeutic. For me, I find it very healing. I'm able to express myself through my job. I'm able to walk in other people's shoes and behave a certain way without being accountable for that behavior because I'm not myself anyway. So I can get away with doing things that I normally would not be able to do. And I think it's also because bata pa ako, mahilig na ako mag-make believe eh. Tsaka to live in a fantasy world, I'm always creating worlds. So to be able to do it and to get paid to do it, why not?
Fantastic. Let's call on Jaco TV.
Congratulations, Ms. Dali.
Thank you.
Yes, with regards to your avatar, how did you get the role? And ano yung reaction mo na hindi lang ikaw yung Filipino doon, you have a bunch of Filipino actors doon na kumbaga ito na, meron na talaga
I was lucky enough to be offered the role of Lo and Lee. And pagdating ko doon, talagang gulat na gulat ako na ang dami naming Pinoy. Yung double ko, Pinoy. Yung isang servant na actress, Pinay. Yung director namin sa episode 7, Pinay. Yung natatrabaho sa craft services, Pinay. 17 years old nung nag-migrate siya. Madami tayong Pinoy. So, nakaka-proud na umabot na tayo sa ganun, na hindi lang tayo as in a certain aspect of the industry, nandun na rin tayo sa performance aspect ng industry. So, ang sarap ng feeling. At kung tutusin, ang dami na nating mga Pinoy all over the world na umaarte.
Bilang ako.
And for my second question, as a Filipina, and of course, yung to have this international Hollywood projects, what does Beyond Talent mean to you?
Beyond Talent for me is all about your character. Not just, kasi for example, ngayon pinag-uusapan natin ako as an actor, that's a very, very small part of who I am. There are many aspects to me. I'm a mother, I'm a homemaker, I'm a very crafty person. I crochet, I do sashiko, I cook, I do all sorts of things. I'm a friend. I'm minsan kasi lalo na sa industriya natin, 'di ba? Masyado nating nilalagay sa pedestal ang mga celebrities. Akala nila perfect sila na hindi sila gumagamit ng banyo. Di ba? Parang hindi eh. Maraming aspects to every person and not just ordinary people. Pati kaming actors who are actually ordinary people, kung tutuusin, extraordinary lang yung trabaho namin. Pero there are many facets to us.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lali.
Appreciate the questions. Let's go on Z.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi.
I'm Study and congrats po on mga na-reach po na international audiences and then may fans. So speaking of your legacy.
Legacy.
Ayan, so after your historic parang accolades season and then yung parang nagkaroon ka ng reach during Triangle of Sadness and then you came back on the local scene. And then parang napansin ko lang na you took it or parang pinaprioritize mo pa rin na go shifts between international and local scene. So, can I ask kung ano yung parang value sa'yo nung parang mabalance yung exposure mo sa international and local scene sa industry?
Yung choices ko of doing the kind of work that I do has nothing to do with where the offer is coming from. It's really more of the kind of projects that are available. So para sa akin mas importante yung does the project excite me? Is this a creator or a filmmaker I want to work with? Yung cast ba are the kind of actors I want to work with? So it's really more of that. Pwedeng maging Pinoy yun, pwedeng from Timbuktu, kung ano mong bansa yun, open ako. Yun.
So, another question po that I have is, since na-recognize na yung Filipino talent, moving forward po, ano siguro yung parang pinaka-wish mo or parang hope mo na yung mga door pa na magbukas for the next generation of Filipino talent, the younger filmmakers, actors, artists? Is it better stories or kaya naman fair opportunities sa kanila somewhere or anywhere? Or yung complete rethinking po na parang kung sino dapat yung nag-lead ng mga artists kasi parang nagkakaroon ng typecasting. Pero looking forward, ano po yung parang pinaka-na-anticipate for the Filipino artistry and excellence? Ano yung ini-aim nyo ba, nino-hope nyo?
Para sa akin talaga, ang pinaka-importante is that we tell our stories. Parang tama na yung we're telling other people's stories and representing them. So, let's talk about our stories. Let's talk about us. Kasi ang dami nating kwento eh. And there are many things to share with the world about us. So ako yun talaga ang gusto ko, na it's really more about just being authentically Pinoy and telling our story.
Thank you so much po.
Welcome.
Thanks, Zine. Let's go on, Anna.
Hi, Miss Dolly.
Hi, Anna.
Congratulations
Thank
for
you.
many things. Since you mentioned nga, yung telling our story, gusto rin kasi yung Pinoy building. With Forgotten Island, how much of it does it represent or does it tell yung Filipino culture, kwento natin Pinoy?
It's not Filipino baiting at all. It's super Filipino-based talaga. This was written, created, and directed by Jannibal Mercado, who is a Phil-Am, and Joel Crawford, who is married to a Pinay. So, very Pinoy talaga. And they really did their research, their extensive research, to really get down to the truth of our stories about our elementals or yung mga taong lupa natin. So, nandun din yung culture of family, hindi lang yung ang tawag kasi nila doon mythology, pero hindi ako naniniwala myth yun, naniniwala ako totoo talaga yung mga aswang, di ba? So, pati yung family, friendship, lahat, very Pinoy talaga ang only thing na hindi Pinoy is the language, English. Kasi syempre, they want to reach a broader audience.
Thank you, Miss Dolly. And then you mentioned nga na you really want to tell yung kwento natin. Pero in Hollywood, would you say na has Hollywood also opened up to Filipino talents cast na hindi lang siya based for roles or projects na hindi lang ethnicity based?
I think so. I think nag-iiba na ngayon ng Hollywood eh. Yeah. Nagbubukas na yung doors nila. Actually, kung tutuusin, ang galing lang ng timing ko talaga. Kailan nangyari itong Triangle of Sadness, kung kailan umubukas na. Kasi kung nangyari ito noong 80s, I don't think magkakaroon ako ng trabaho after that. Kaya lang ngayon, talagang iba na yung mundo ng Hollywood. Like, ang daming mga shows na may mga Pinoy, di ba? Like yung St. Dennis, yung The Pit, madami, ang dami. So, yeah, I think it's really our turn na. Malapit na talagang hindi na tayo magiging underdog.
Thank you, Ms. Dolly. Last question na lang. Since yung anak niyo nga, you mentioned fans ng Avatar, you were there for a couple of days. I think siguro you'd hear from your kids na fans ng Avatar, talagang protected sila sa franchise. They're very loyal to it. Ano lang siguro yung masasabi mong takeaway for the people coming into it, watching it, dun sa live action adaptation? What is a good takeaway from it?
I think a good takeaway is to look at it from the perspective of these young people who are searching for themselves. For me, at the end of the day, Avatar: The Last Airbender is a coming-of-age story about young people who are finding themselves in this quest to save the world. For me, incidental lang yun, they're saving the world. It's really all about coming into their own, building relationships with each other, and becoming the people they will become as adults. For me, yun yung importante.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dolly.
Thank you.
Ms. Dolly, there's quite a few things to look forward to in your projects coming up. But I'd like to ask you, prior to what you're most excited about looking forward, what has been the standout for you over the last few years? And I suppose, what lesson have you taken from the experience of all of this all of a sudden this rapid rise into the consciousness of not just here in the Philippines but the entire world? They've come and recognized you for your work. And to you, has there been a particular highlight for you?
For me, the highlight is doing Forgotten Island. Because I've never done an animated anything in my whole life. First ko to. Although dubber ako dati, never ako nag-record for an animated feature or series or anything. And for the animated film to talk about Filipino culture, for me, that's really very exciting. I'm very excited about that. Kasi iba yung we go into a show and watch, let's say there's a Filipino character, but their presence has no bearing whatsoever in the story. But in this case, the fact that they're Pinoy has a lot to say with how the story goes. So I'm really very excited about that. But I'm excited about everything that I'm doing. Kasi kahit yung Maximum Pleasure, I've never played a detective. So excited ako doon. Yung Avatar, never ako nag-play ng twins. So excited din ako doon. And the coming projects this year, I'm excited about everything, about sharing it all with you and makapanood ninyo.
Grabe yung range na nakikita namin in the characters that you play. What can you tell us about what's on the horizon that is available to be shared with everyone? Is it something that can be made public yet?
Yes, I finished a film last year called The Chaperones. It's going to come out next year. Hindi ko pa alam kung saan, kung anong festival, but it's coming out next year. And then this August, I'm flying back there to do a film. It's called Voice Like Daniel. And then after that, I'm doing another film, The Cube. So yun, exciting times for us Pinoys.
Wow, a lot to look forward to with regards to Dolly and the future projects. I think that does it for our question and answer for today. Thank you so much for the time. Oh, sorry, sir. I might have missed your question there. And Phil Star as well. Sige.
Hi John, yes, go ahead.
Time for two more? Go
Gusto
ahead.
kami natin. Hello, Miss Dali. Kanina nabanggit mo 6 months kang nagbakasyon. Gusto ko lang malaman kung ano yung pinagkaabalahan mo, ano yung nabis mo na gawin, namalengke ka ba, pinagluto mo yung mga bata.
Na-miss ko yung nakatunganga lang ako sa bahay at walang ginagawa. Sobrang na-miss ko yun. Nagluto ako, namalengke ako, yes, ginawa ko lahat yan. Nag-grocery kami, nagtanim ako ng halaman, nag-alaga ako ng pusa, ano ba ba, nag-yoga ako, nag-try ako mag-yoga, tapos nag-try ako ng choir singing. Alam niyo ba na merong group na pwede mong attendan every Sunday, tapos magka-choir singing, tawag doon, harmony. Oo, ang saya-saya. So, ang sarap, chine-cherish ko yung mga ganyan kasi pag once na nagtrabaho na ako, wala na ulit yan. Ang sarap talaga nung nakaupo ka lang sa bahay at wala kang...
Hindi kayo yung daddy na actress.
Oo, yes, exactly. At saka yung, wala lang, yung wala kang problema kasi acting is a very stressful job, ha? It's very stressful. O kahit masaya siya and it's fun, nakaka-stress siya. So, maganda siyang itong nakaraan. Maraming akong opportunity mag-decompress.
Last question is that medyo fun question na medyo lumawak na yung mundo mo, marami ka nang nakikilala. Kamusta yung lagay ng puso mo?
Mahal na mahal ko ang sarili ko. Happy ako na mag-isa. Walang iniisip na ibang tao. Alam mo, sinabi ni Carol Burnett, tinanong niyo po si Carol Burnett, tinanong siya kung mag-aasawa pa siya ulit. Sabi niya, enjoy siya sa pagbabasa niya ng libro, sa pagnanood niya ng sine, sa pagtulog niya sa gabi, na pag nagkaroon siya ng jowa, kailangan titira siya sa ibang bahay.
Wala nagpaparamdam.
Wala. Buti na lang. Happy ako.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Lastly, let's go over to Phil Star.
Phil Star.
Hi, Natalie.
May question lang, Miss
Sige.
Natalie. Ano yung pinaka-reward mo sa sarili after years of sunod back-to-back projects?
It's a great question.
Reward.
Video game. Bumibili ako ng video games. Yun na yung pinaka-reward. Oo.
What video game are you playing, Dolly?
You know, I recently did something very bad. I bought a PS5. Bumili ako ng PS5. Ang mahal-mahal ng bala. So, yun yung reward ko, yung bala, yung PS5. Ang mahal. Hindi, merong 3. May 3 naman. Yung mga 5 hindi ko binibili. So, yan yung mga Resident Evil, Call of Duty Mobile, Split Fiction, yan yung mga yan. Yan yung reward ko.
Alam mo bahay?
Eh,
simple pleasures lang pala yan. Pet ko.
Simple ba yun? Medyo masyadong OA nga yun. Simple pleasure ko mag-ganchilyo. Yan.
Last question kasi sabi kwento sa akin ng taga-creation, ano lang, daw yung projects na sila na lumalapit sa'yo, approve ka lang daw ng approve.
Sino nagsabi? Creation?
Basta may nagsabi sa akin.
May sabi. So, anong tanong?
Yeah, how does it feel na gano'n na yung hindi ka na nag-aarap? Parang they come to you.
Oh, wow. It feels good na finally yung pinaghirapan ko ng ilang dekada is paying off today. Lahat ng blood, sweat, and tears ko ng 36 years na this is my wish for everyone. Sa lahat ng mga artista, ang wish ko is may opportunity silang mamili ng kung anong gusto nilang gawin. Kasi never ako nagkaroon ng ganong opportunity eh. So, ang sarap ng feeling na hindi ko kailangan gumawa ng mga bagay na ayokong gawin. Kasi ilang taon yun eh, yung gumagawa ko ng mga ayoko, pero ginagawa ko pa rin. So, ang sarap lang ng feeling na pwede nang mamili.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I didn't think you were a gamer.
I am. I'm an intense gamer.
No, it was a bit of a surprise. Any last questions? GMA. This will be the last one.
Hello.
Hello.
Neri from GMA.
Hi, Neri.
Connection to sa question ni Dan. Nagbago na po ba yung idea niyo of success?
Oo. Nagbago na. Dati, hindi ko lang sabihin kung ano yung idea of success dati. Basta ngayon, iba na. For me, success is doing what makes you happy. Ganun lang kasimple. Ang simple-simple lang pala ng success. It's just doing what makes you, being able to do what makes you happy. That's what success is to me.
Ano pa po yung nakakapagpa-excite sa inyo pagdating sa acting?
Masarap na pagkain sa set. Pag masarap yung catering, hindi promise totoo yun. Kasi hindi palaging masarap ang pagkain sa set. Pag may pinapagawa yung director na malinaw yung pagkaka-explain niya, yun, na-excite ako doon. Na-excite ako pag yung co-actor ko in the moment siya at talagang hindi niya ako pinapanood. Kasi usually, pag may ka-eksena ka, pag minsan we end up watching each other, pero hindi. Yun, things like that.
Siguro last na lang po, any advice dun sa mga actors na naghihintay pa rin ng kanilang moment?
Huwag kayong maghihintay. Walang mangyayari kung maghintay tayo. Kailangan natin kumilos. Kailangan nyo magtrabaho, kailangan nyo mag-rehearse, kailangan nyo magbasa, kailangan nyo manood, mag-aral. Huwag lang kayo maghihintay. Waiting is just something you do on the side. The main work that you need to do is to actually do it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you for all your questions. They're really revelatory, getting an opportunity to talk about your journey, all the projects that you're involved with. And it's quite refreshing to see, you know, you're out there on the big screen, we look at you like you're an international superstar, and you're just like one of us. You know, you're just a regular person, and it's been great to get a pull back behind the curtains to see who talented you are.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you for being here with me, and salamat sa inyong lahat for coming. Thank you.
It's a real pleasure for me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause for Dolly. And we're going to get an opportunity for a photo here in front with Miss Dolly. But before that, I'd like to call on President and CEO of Creation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause to RJ Agustin. Alright.
So, alam mo kung anong nasa isip ko ngayon? Excited na ako umuwi para ilagay sa mga flower vase ko. Ini-imagine ko na kung paano ko ito i-arrange. Ganyan. Yun yung, ano yung the other, side.
Alright, fantastic. Should we take a I'm not sure you'll be able to hold that bouquet while the photos are being taken as it is pretty large. Keep that on the side real quick. Oh, sir, can we get a quick image photo? Yes? Photo opportunity here with Miss Tavi De Leon. Can we get you guys here, center?